Well, it's early. Well, early here, 9 o'clock my time. This house is noisy. And I think haunted. I swear the tap in the bathroom came on last night. I sat bolt upright. I heard water running. I went to get up and shut off. So here's the view. Look at the view. Isn't that awesome? That's why I love it here. We've been coming down here for 12, 13 years. This is our 5th or 6th trip. We're not sure. Nobody can agree. But I love Arizona. I love photographing Arizona. This is going to be a good 14 days. In fact, I'm going to go get my camera and film that sunrise. Day 2 in Arizona. I'm just heading out for a morning walk. Kind of crummy, rainy skies. Nothing spectacular, but you'll see this nice mountain range behind me. This is the house that my mother and father-in-law stay in, and we usually stay here too. So if you've seen our last Arizona trip, you'll see that mountain range behind me. I've taken more shots of that thing than actually was in a magazine. I think it was Arizona Highways. The father-in-law wrote an article and he used my photographs for it. I don't know which month it was, guys, but it's in there somewhere. I did get some nice shots yesterday. Yesterday was Christmas Day for us. We did the family thing. I didn't really go out. I did one loop, a couple miles around here, and we're at 4,000 feet elevation, and it knocked the crap out of my legs. I had rubber jello legs last night. So yeah, it's going to take me a couple days to acclimate to the 4,000 feet, and everything is up a huge mountain, down a huge valley, right? When you're walking, it's up, down, up, down. I thought I was in okay shape until yesterday, but I'll show you guys some of the shots I got yesterday. And this morning over at the other house that we're staying at, there were some deer came down the hill, and I even got a shot of not a deer. Just across the road from where we're staying, there's another mountain range over here, and it lights up really nice at night. So I'm gonna hike a loop here this morning, look for some wildlife. Those deer are Coues deer. They're called desert ghosts. There's like a small whitetail, but they're much shorter, and they have to be to blend into the scrub. On a side note, I told my father-in-law I was gonna go do the loop here, and I asked him for a pair of pliers because we get those cholla, and they go right through the bottom of your boots and they stick into your clothing. And I've been telling my wife for years, 28 years in fact now, my father-in-law's been trying to kill me. This is proof. I asked him for a pair of pliers to pull out any cholla or other things that stick in me out here on the trail, and he gave me a comb. Huh? He's either crazy or still trying to kill me. I'm not sure. Coyotes are going crazy down there. I'm just out here taking some shots of the sunset. We have plans to go to Ruby this week, which is a ghost town, and it's on one of my favorite roads, Ruby Road. I always travel the Ruby Road when I'm here. I've never made it to the end because the photography is so good that it takes me 3 or 4 hours to get halfway in, and then I got to turn around and come out. So I've never made it to the ghost town, which is at the other end. So we're actually going to take the highway, drive around to Ruby Ghost Town end first and start there and come back, I don't know, 522 or whatever the highway is. I don't know. If you're from around here, you can correct me in the comments below. I just get in and drive. I don't know. I don't look these things up. I do know that it's not open today because I was going to go today and I looked online and it said Thursday to Sunday. So you guys will have to wait for that one. But I did have the kids all talked into going to the ghost town. So I'm pretty sure at some point we're going to do it. Yeah, these are those cholla things. They break off and they kind of blow around and they go through clothing, jeans, right through boots. And they have like little barbs on them. I've said it before, everything in the desert wants to prick you, pick you, stick you, or kill you, including the father-in-law. I'm seeing something new this time that I've never seen before, and it's these little yellow tomato-like plants. And they're all over this ditch. I don't know what these are. Awesome. I'm gonna have to go back to the house and look this up online. What are these things? I love it here. I love the desert, but there's one thing I find super annoying as a photographer, and that is the above ground hydro poles. They are everywhere. There's nothing below ground here, and you have the most beautiful scenic mountains and desert scenes, and then you've got hydro poles going everywhere. The first couple of times I came here, I spent hours taking my favorite shots and taking those poles out in, Photoshop after the fact. I don't bother anymore. I try to find scenes where I can minimize because there are literally thousands of them here. Beautiful, beautiful place, ruined by hydro poles. It's like post-apocalyptic here. I love it. Highways that go nowhere, they're not used. Some of these have actually been resurfaced since last time I was here 3 years ago. As you can see, I'm going to take a picture of that scene behind me, but look at those telephone poles. Another little beautiful white home out there lost in the desert behind me. I will take a shot of that as well. I'm going to wander around here and just go down into some of the washes. Right here, there's lots of wildlife. Coyotes, roadrunners, desert hares, coos deer, javelinas. There's all kinds of stuff. Foxes. My mission this time around, I want to get, I don't know why, a roadrunner. I've put up a few over the years when I've been here. I guess I'm going to have to turn into Wile E. Coyote because I've never got one yet. I've never got a good photograph. I'm going to try this time. I'm going to try hard. I almost forgot to mention the hawks and the eagles down here. There are some beautiful birds of prey. Sometimes you'll see them sitting on, of course, hydro poles. But you will also see them out in the desert. Owls, I want to get, oh, there's so much I want to get, guys. So much. It's winter in the desert, so we're not going to get a lot of flora. The cactuses aren't going to bloom. All the little plants, none of that stuff. Lizards, geckos, snakes, all that stuff. Scorpions. Very rare to see any of that stuff this time of year. I have seen little gecko, I don't know what they were, maybe skinks of some kind before, but rare this time of year. If you're into geology, the desert has some amazing rocks. Beautiful stuff. Barrel cactus behind me, those things are pretty cool too. They flower and then the deer eat the ends off of them. Not this time of year though. I'm excited. You have to be passionate about, it's not a great day for photography. It's really windy. It's not a great day to be out in the desert. People who live here, they're like, meh, they're all indoors. You just have to get out and look for little things and enjoy everything, from the rocks I'm showing you guys to the plants to just anything and everything. It's all about attitude, right? If you have a good attitude, it doesn't have to be the best day in the world. It doesn't have to be the best day of vacation. I'm not, 300 yards from the house yet. So I'm just going to walk around and explore and enjoy Arizona. Never, ever let the hydro poles get you down. Very steep going down into this wash here. I showed you guys the road going off in the distance, but the camera doesn't do it justice. It's got to be like a 60-degree grade. It's fantastic. There's nobody else around. I love it. If you were ever to have a real Fallout 4 situation, this would be the place, right? There is a vault of people out here who avoided the apocalypse somewhere. We'll find it. We're right down in the bottom of that wash right now. We could leave the road and go explore that wash down there. I'm just not sure Gary is ready yet. It's rough going and I still have jello legs. Maybe for today we'll just climb that mountain behind me. We'll stay on the road. I don't know. That's a wash. Look at that. Washed the guy's mattress right out of his house. This is the first place I've been today that I can actually hear myself talk. The wind has been that fierce. So probably the audio is going to be no good on any of this stuff I recorded this morning, but I think that's made up my mind. I think we're going to go down here and hit this wash just for the fact that it's quiet and I like exploring. Well, I didn't bring my phone and no one knows where I am right now, so I'm not going to go 10 miles down here, but we'll go a ways. Washes are cool. A great way to find your hiking legs. What is that? Cool. Now that's a grasshopper. Look at the size of that bad boy. We don't get them that big at home. Pretty cool. You never know what you're going to find down here. Just stop to look at the cool fossils in these rocks here. For a desert, You wouldn't think fossils and water, but definitely at one time. Check out the color of these stones. These are just a couple I grabbed right, within a couple feet of here. Don't get colors like that at home. So there's a huge border patrol presence down here. We're not far from the Mexican border here, maybe, I don't know, 20 miles. And they use these washes, the Mexicans, when they sneak in, because they're kind of down low out of the desert and they can sneak through here. And there's some clothes right here in the rocks beside me. You'll see that all the time here. But there are helicopters that go over here regularly and they're looking for illegal immigrants. So it's a big thing down here. Just put a couple of deer up right here. They were laying there and I didn't even see them. Well, that was awesome. Some deer down here in the wash. We're about 45 minutes down into the wash. I think I'm going to turn around and go back now. I just have to keep in mind not to push myself too hard the first few days. I don't want to injure myself or really wear myself out early. We got lots of exploring to do, lots of stuff to do. I'm checking him out, he's checking me out. Hey, I see a barrel cactus with some fruit on it. Let's go check it out. I was wrong, look at that. There is fruit on there this time of year. I think the cattle love eating that stuff. I'm pretty sure the deer eat it too. So as I'm climbing back up to the road, you can see the wash that we just went down in there. Way down there is where we put the deer up. It doesn't look that far on the camera, but trust me, it is. So I just climbed from down there up to here. And the road is just behind me. Man, am I out of breath. I don't know, that's maybe 200 feet in elevation there, but it's steep. You could pretty much crawl up it. And I promised myself I wasn't going to do that, but then I saw that nice cactus with the fruit in it, so we had to leave the wash, right? What kind of host would I be? And then I thought, well, it's probably closer just to walk up over this hill to the road. Yeah, no. Yeah, so here's what your legs look like after going through the wash. And it's all picky. It's all sticky. Wait a minute. Ha! Maybe the old guy's not so crazy. Nah, he's just out to kill me. So as you guys can see, even if I didn't leave this little patch where we're staying for the next 14 days, there are, dozens of washes to explore, 100 miles of desert and old abandoned roads like this. But trust me, we're gonna go places, we're gonna see cool stuff. But for today, I think that's it. I've got to keep my videos kind of short because the upload speed here is less than 1 megabyte upload. So it could take me half a night to upload a finished video for you guys. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned, lots more adventure to come.